This piece of paper costs 5 yen, but today we're not talking about that. If you're not a Chinese, you might have heard about the Route 66 in USA or the Camino of Santiago in Spain, but you might not have heard about the Route G318. To be more specific, it's from Chengdu, Sichuan to Lhasa, Tibet. Due to its dramatic altitude and geography changing, the view can cover ice, lake, snow, mountain, grassland, mermaid architecture, religion, whatever you can think of. In China, there is even a saying, you gotta do it once in a lifetime. I don't like the feeling of being told I should do something. Yet, I did it last few weeks, and what I have experienced is not exactly what I have expected. Thus, I thought I have to make this video to share my experience with you for you to decide whether you should do it or not. Vamos. As long as you have the willpower, you can do it. This is not some cliche saying. Obviously, I'm not talking about you can walk there like these guys do. But just to be clear, I asked and there is actually a service station for them to pick their stuff so they can just do their walking, and at each station they have someone cook for you, provide accommodation. So I'm not talking about this way. And whatever kind of tool you want to use, bicycle, motorcycle, cars, you don't need to worry about accommodation, the gas station, the toilet, public service, or camps. I can almost safely guarantee you can always get such destination within 30 kilometers. Even if we are talking about you need to go across a mountain, so before climbing or before descending, you can always find accommodation over there. The condition might not reach 3-star, but the purpose is for safety. And let's say unfortunately you had some accident, there's always pickup trailer or ambulance ready for you. Because the road is kind of well maintained and there's service station all over the road, so it's kind of always ready to pick you up. And from my chat with guys who ride bicycles, they also told me if they think they cannot hang on anymore, they will also ask for help, like trucks pick them and their bikes to next destination. I'm not trying to say you don't need to worry anything, that was the mistake I made, because for instance there will be road under maintenance which is difficult for you to pass. Obviously, it depends on what kind of vehicle you are choosing, and also because of the high altitude and snowing, so it is possible for you to stuck there about 6, 10 or 12 hours, and I heard about days when the condition is extreme. The good news is nowadays the technology is very advanced, so you can actually use your application to check the weather forecast or how the road is going on, and then you can make the change depending on the result, but that will require you to have flexible time, and flexible time means extra cost because of the longer stay than anticipated. Talking about the cost, second question, how much is it gonna cost? Obviously, it will be very dependent on what is standard of yours, what kind of vehicle you are using, so this is my cost, you can screenshot if you need. 30% cost is the travel cost without a bike because my plan is just one way and then fly back because it will save my time. Another 40% is for bike, like the maintenance, the shipping, the logistic for bike to send there and send it back, and then gasolines. The rest 30% is for the accommodation and food. I didn't need that much food or taste any special stuff because I'm just alone and I'm kind of short of time. The average price of a hotel I spent is around $20, like $150. And if you're interested about the detail, actually I made a daily vlog, you can check that over there. So my plan was using my Ninja 15 to finish the quest. I know Ninja 250 is not a bike for adventure, but I saw on internet they are saying that anyone can reach Tibet. It's not the vehicle, it's not about the person. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna do it. I didn't know I needed some kind of luggage system because I don't have side bags. So I bought some elastic bands with hook, and the idea turned out to work well. But besides the elastic band thing, the rest totally goes wrong. Like I carried a backpack for camera, although I have assist bands on the chest and on the waist, but it turns out after about 2 hours riding, it will become a liability. I tried to put it with the elastic bands at the back. At the beginning it was okay, but later it almost caused an accident. Because I didn't buy enough of them, and that was an improvise. The other mistake is that I underestimate the weather. I thought I have ridden in winter before, so the coldness I should be able to handle that. And I also to try avoid the cold winter time, so I picked the late March, but it turns out the degree can also be -9 or something around that, so it is really cold. I should have bought some self-heating pad just in case, but I didn't, and it turned out I did finish the journey, but it is kind of tough. The last thing might be the bike itself. I mean, yes, you can go Lhasa by any vehicle, but choose a proper proper vehicle will make life easier. For instance, there will be road under maintenance, there will be road with ice. Last question, should you do it? Well, be honest, I don't have an answer for you. I can just show why I did it. The first reason is quite obvious. It's because everyone is saying G318, you gotta try it, and you saw the video, you see people who ride a bicycle, who ride an electric motorcycle can go there, and then you will think, okay, I'm like a senior rider or driver. Why can I not do it? The second reason is a little bit cliche, because yesterday I lost someone who was important to me. I remember on this year's Spring Festival, somehow I mentioned to him that I might go to Tibet on May and bring gift to him and grandma, and he said he wants to go to Tibet on an RV when he retired. But on April, I decided to cancel my motorcycle trip to Tibet to save money, but plan something big for motorcycle to travel maybe all across China. But a few years ago, he passed away, not able to do that. And then I thought to myself, I want to do it, but I didn't do it. I don't know what will happen in future. So if I want to do something, then I gotta do it now. And the plan was I want to do it last October because we have like a 7-8 days holiday. I wanted to do the journey at that time, but then the later COVID thing happened. The road was kind of blocked because of the COVID thing. That is the reason why I have to wait till this year. And also the reason I do the journey is not because of view, because just be honest, I'm not a kind of a view guy. Because in my opinion, with the same amount of money and time, I can fly to other country, not only enjoying the view, but also the culture, because obviously it will be totally different from China. I mean, even from China, the Tibet and the mainland is kind of different. But the major reason is, although I have ride for like 11 years, but I think I have never rode like more than 2 hours, 100 kilometers. So the road to Tibet was kind of a challenge to me. And to be honest, there were a few close times I almost had an accident. But either by luck or the 11 years riding experience, I managed to escape. So I'm grateful for that. And that is really a challenge and an experience for me. So should you do that? Well, the fact is I don't know. But I do know one thing, if you want to do something, then just do it. If the door to do that has been closed, then find a window. If that window be closed, find another window. Just do it.